Greetings, I am Golden Wing and welcome back to the Sunday Papers, where today we are taking a look at a game that I played back in release, and I'm hoping some of you might have missed, and I want to show it to you. It's called Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. This is the remastered version. It is available on Steam now. It's actually on sale this weekend for $2 or your regional equivalent. It was originally released in 2005. Was known either as Fahrenheit or Indigo Prophecy for those of us in North America. And it was hailed as a breakthrough in interactive narrative, or so the developers and publishers were hoping. It had a bit of a different take on the idea of a single-player story. Leverages some quick-time events and tries to make you feel as though you are participating and are actually more involved in the narrative than some of the normal point-and-click of the time. Actually did very well in the reviews of the time, getting mid-80s. This is the remastered version, of course. Was developed by Quantic Dream, and it was published by Atari Incorporated. Director is David Cage. Very good game. It's actually available on just about all the platforms. Windows, PlayStation, Xbox, Android, just about everything. So if you haven't played around with Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy, well, now's your chance to take a look. So let's jump into it. We will skip the tutorial. So it's very much a almost a Law and Order-esque murder mystery.
Things are never quite what they seem.
Let's take a look.
We think we understand the world around us, but we really only see the outside, what it seems to be. I used to be just like you. I believed in humanity, the newspapers, soap commercials, politics, and history books. But one day, the world kicks you in the teeth, and you don't have any choice but to see things the way they really are. My name is Lucas Kane. My story is the one where an ordinary guy has something extraordinary happen to him. Maybe it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was my destiny or my karma or whatever. I know one thing for sure. Nothing's ever going to be the same again. It all started right here. Where else could it happen? New York, capital of the universe. The chessboard destiny chose for the last big game. I was just another pawn living my pawn's life. Until that night, when my life descended into chaos.
a little possessed there. Oh yeah, I might have mentioned this ends up being a touch violent.
What have I done? I didn't want... It was like a dream.
And there's a cop at the diner. That's good.
Quick. I've got to get out of here, but before somebody comes in here.
Okay. Oh, we better get this body moved out of the way. Goodness me. Why don't we,
Out of order.
Of course it's out of order. Go to the other one.
Out of order.
That one. The other one. And wash ourselves up a bit. We are on kind of a clock here. The characters around continue to act as they normally would. It's our job to try and clean up a bit.
The knife. I've got to get rid of it.
But where? Okay. Maybe we can mop the floor a bit. That looks a little better.
I'm bleeding. I must have cut my wrist with the knife. Both of my forearms are cut, too.
Okay. Well, I guess that's important. Okay, blood's cleaned up, body's moved, knife's put away. Let's get out of here. And we really do have the freedom to do what we wish to, but we better try and look pretty normal here. Let's sit down. We were eating here anyways. And try and hurry up a bit. We'll eat.
Coffee? I never drink it. I hate it. Was I with someone? I can't remember anything at all.
That's not good. Let's pay our bill. Okay, bills paid. Let's get up. And we'll try and get out of here. Hopefully, before that police officer decides to get up.
I need to get out of this neighborhood before the police get here.
Just jogging across the street, nothing unusual about that. Really hope I remember where the subway entrance was. Here it is. And we're gone. Fantastic. Oops.
Nobody goes anywhere. A crime has just been committed. I'm going to have to ask you to stay calm and wait here for the police to arrive and check your IDs.
Good thing we ate fast.
Doc's Diner, that's it. Why do they always wait for me to go on duty before they start killing each other in the middle of the night?
Tyler, somebody gets murdered every day in New York.
But especially when I'm on night duty. It's as if every psycho in the city has it in for me.
If you want a bitch, do it inside. That way I don't have to freeze to death listening to it.
Seems reasonable.
You're the boss, Carla.
Okay.
In 5 years on the force, I've seen some murders. But you never really get used to death. You just learn to live with it, that's all. I still don't know if it was fatigue, cold, or something else. But I clearly remember the bad feeling I got when I walked into that restaurant. As if some part of me already knew that this time, something was different.
As you play through, if you had, say, not hidden the knife or not cleaned up the floor, not acted as quickly, it does change the way the game plays through and how everything reacts to itself, which was a bit new
How's it
when
going,
this came out.
McCarthy?
Evening, Inspector. I've been waiting for you. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Martin.
So, what happened?
Homicide. I found the body in the toilets. I had to go before I went home.
Well, let's ask about
What were you
Martin.
doing here? Were you on duty?
I wasn't. I just happened to be here when the murder happened. I like to come by here after work. Kate's coffee is the best in the East End.
Who is the victim?
His name was, John Winston. A regular here at the restaurant. Kate knew him. She could tell you more.
Do we have a suspect?
A client left just before I found the body.
Which table was the suspect sitting at?
Oh, he was sitting at that table over there.
Is that the waitress over there?
Yeah, Kate Morrison. I think that you should interrogate her. If you don't mind me saying, go easy on her, Inspector. She's still in a state of shock.
Thanks for your help, Martin. It's late. I think you can go home and get some sleep.
I'm gonna wait until you're finished with Kate, if you don't mind. I want to make sure she gets home okay.
The symbol appears on top right of the screen. You can switch between characters. So now we are in a position of having to investigate sort of the crime we committed, as it were. Let's go ahead and talk to the waitress.
Kate? I'm Inspector Carla Valenti. I'm in charge of the investigation here. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No. Go ahead.
Have you been working here long, Kate?
It'll be 11 years next month. I've seen all sorts in this place. Down and outers, junkies, you name it. The till's been robbed a few times, but murder? That's a new one. Poor Johnny was such a nice guy.
Did you know the victim well?
John was a regular. He He came every Monday. He always ordered the same thing and left a nice tip.
You shouldn't have come this Monday.
What was the man doing before the murder happened?
He was there for a while. He was reading, I think.
What was he like, Kate? Do you think you could describe him for me?
I only saw him for a few seconds. I guess he was about average height, fairly young. That's all I can remember.
Was John here alone? Did he speak with anyone?
John always came alone. We chatted a bit, the weather, his job, the usual stuff. He never talked to anybody else.
Did you get the impression that John and the suspect knew each other?
No, I don't think they did know each other. The man had already been here a while when John came in. They didn't talk to each other. No, I'm almost certain that John didn't know him.
Okay.
Did you hear anything while John was in the toilets? Sound of a struggle or yelling?
No, I didn't notice anything.
What happened before the murder? Did you notice anything unusual?
No. It was just a night like any other.
Can you tell me what you saw?
There weren't that many people tonight. It's usually pretty calm during the week. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. I didn't even see John get up. Oh my God.
You have to try to be strong, Kate. I know that this has been a shock for you, but you're the only one who can help us find the suspect.
My shift was almost over. I was just chatting with Martin at the bar. John got up and went to the restroom. The man must have followed him, and then he must have snuck out afterwards because I didn't even see him leave.
What happened next?
Martin went to the restroom, and that's when he found John.
Did you happen to notice anything strange about the suspect's behavior before he went into the restroom?
No. Wait. Yes. I remember something. I came back at one point just to check whether he needed anything. He didn't answer me. He just stared straight ahead. It was weird. I didn't push it. I thought maybe this guy is a little crazy.
Yeah, you're
God,
probably right about that.
if I had only known.
Do you think that you would recognize the suspect?
I'll never forget that face.
Perfect. Do you think that you could come down to the station tomorrow and help us construct a likeness of the killer?
Yeah. I'll do whatever you think I can to help catch him.
Thank you very much for your help, Kate.
I hope you find the bastard who did it. People like that just don't deserve to live.
I promise you, we'll do everything in our power to find him. Go home now and try to get some sleep. Martin will make sure you get home okay.
Talk about a rough Monday.
Good night.
Okay. So we can switch characters. Let's have our partner here go check out the scene. Or we can both go. Either or. We can apparently check ourselves out in the mirror.
Hey, I think there's some blood in the sink.
Maybe the killer washed up before he left.
Yeah, could be.
Okay, that's good. Let's check the trash.
Just what exactly are you doing, Tyler?
I'm checking for clues. What do you think?
Okay.
Do you know if anyone has contacted the family?
Not as far as I know. Oh, Right, I get it. I'll take care of it. Bizarre.
What?
Well, he still has his credit card and $100 in cash on him. I guess the killer wasn't after his money.
Amazing that he can tell that by just looking at him. I'd have to, like, get his wallet up. Oh, where did we stash the knife? We also are not noticing that the mop is all covered in blood. By switching back to her, maybe she'll have a different opinion on what she sees.
Why is there blood here?
Did you find anything?
Possibly. I don't understand why there would be blood here.
Maybe it belongs to the victim.
Not likely. Get Garrett to analyze it, then we'll know for sure.
No trace of a struggle. Looks like the guy was taken totally by surprise.
Was that cue that we just saw? Yeah, that.
A table knife covered in blood. Obviously the murder weapon.
Uh-oh.
Killer used his silverware to stab his victim? That would seem to indicate that the murder wasn't premeditated. Tyler, there's a knife in
Used
here.
a butter knife?
It might be the murder
My
weapon.
goodness.
Get Garrett. Make sure he checks for prints and identifies the blood on the blade.
Okay.
Okay. Check the mop.
Blood on the mop. The killer must have used it to clean up the mess. Why would he risk getting caught to do that?
Maybe he's the cleanly type.
Several wounds on the left side of the chest, in the area of the heart. They appear to be knife wounds.
Okay, anything over here? No? Alright.
Man, stab some dude in the toilets? You gotta be crazy. This guy took a big risk. Anybody could have walked in here and surprised him.
Okay. Let's go see if we can check the table.
A cup of coffee and a soft drink? That's weird. He's a caffeine addict, or else he wasn't alone.
I don't know. Lots of people have juice and coffee. I don't know about soda and coffee, though.
A book. The Tempest by Shakespeare. If this is his, it's a pretty weird book for a killer to be reading. Garrett, there's a book under this table. Why don't you check it out for prints?
You got it, Carla.
The Tempest.
Well, the coffee's not on the bill.
If the coffee's not on the bill, must have been somebody else there, I suppose.
Traces of blood. The killer was at this table. He came back and sat down after the murder. Garrett, there are traces of blood in this booth.
Okay, I'll go take a look.
Really? Because it looks like you're just standing here talking to your friend. Okay. We'll talk to our partner.
Tyler's been my partner for almost a year. He grew up with the gangs in the Bronx before he decided to join the force. Sometimes he's unpredictable, but he's a good guy. Did you find anything, Tyler?
For that, I'd have to be able to keep my eyes open.
Keep up the good work, Tyler.
Crack partner right there. What about you guys?
Hey, Garrett. Hey, Frank. How's it going?
Hey, Carla.
Hey, Carla.
So, you guys find anything?
We took some samples here and there. We're almost finished. We were just waiting for you before we took the body away.
Let's see. Sort of forget if there's anything else to check out. Maybe we'll check out the table as our partner here. Might notice something.
Steak and fries. Looks like he barely touched his food. Martin says this was the guy's table. Hey, Garrett. Carla wants you to verify 2 or 3 things. Don't worry, I wrote it all down on this paper so you wouldn't forget.
I had a feeling that Carla was going to keep us up a little longer.
You look hammered, Tyler.
Yeah, this is my 3rd night on call in a row. You know me, man. If I don't get my beauty sleep, it's Zombie City.
You should be out of here pretty soon now.
You don't know Carla. She's capable of keeping everybody up till breakfast. Man, she is by far the most stubborn girl I ever met. Man, this guy is dying proof that pissing can be bad for your health.
Oh yeah, that's the table of the victim. Right, okay. Let's take a look. Or we'll sit down for no apparent reason. Okay, well that's cool.
Tyler, I'm gonna take a look outside.
Blood.
Blood. The killer is wounded.
Oh, did it trace across the street?
Not much chance of finding anything this far from the restaurant.
Apparently not.
I'm gonna head back.
I guess we found about everything we're gonna find here at the diner. Maybe it's time to
Tyler's got the keys to the car.
get Tyler.
I better go find him. You ready to go, Tyler? I think I've seen everything I need to see.
Are you sure? We can take another look around if you want.
Nope.
No, we're good. Let's head home.
Okay, let's bust.
It's time to get back to the car. I'm dead tired.
Now we can go to the car. This has been a look at Indigo Prophecy. It's an interesting game. It's one of the games that really sticks out in my mind in all of the games that I've played. Had a unique perspective on making you feel though you were involved in the story. When the character feels anxious, you do as well.
A nightmare. It was all just a horrible nightmare. I didn't kill anyone.
I doubt it, man. Go get your bed.
I wasn't dreaming. It all really happened. I'm gonna get ready and go to work.
But that is about all the time we have for today. Again, this has been Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered. It is available on Steam. It's on sale this weekend for $2 or your regional equivalent. And it was a fantastic playthrough. I will enjoy playing through it again in the remastered version. I hope if you have time and you choose to pick it up, you enjoy it as well. But, as always, thanks for joining me. Have a good one.